Now, lack of electricity has been singled out as the biggest impediment to growth and development on the continent. Delegates at the Africa Development Bank conference in Lusaka, Zambia, sought to know the bank's planned financial commitments towards solutions to these challenges. Well, let's get an update on today's events. Farai Mwakutuya now joins us in Lusaka. Farai, welcome to the show. Now, of course, yesterday the bank launched its regional economic outlook, and we're expecting to hear about its new agenda for Africa's economic transformation. Now, what was the focus of the conference or discussions today?
Well, thank you very much, Uche. Today, the focus was really on energy and electricity. That commitment and that plan by the African Development Bank to make universal access to electricity a reality by 2025. Following the official opening, the heads of state went into a roundtable discussion where they took stock of where Africa is in terms of energy infrastructure and delivering energy, and what are the key steps that are required in order to make that universal access to those more than 600 million people that have never experienced electricity a reality. And that was really the main focus today, Uche.
Well, Farai, realistically, the continent is currently facing a commodity crisis and a tough global economic landscape right now. Now, with the focus on the conference on these two major areas, which is energy and climate change, what really are the practical solutions coming out of this conference?
Well, they're two-pronged. First of all is a more immediate and short-term way of addressing this, which is basically providing funding to some of the countries that have suffered from this slump so they can be able to meet some of their debt obligations and cover the gaps in terms of the shortfalls that they've suffered immediately in the short term. The long term is getting countries and providing funding for countries so they can diversify their exports. And that basically means moving away from being primary exporters of products and their raw materials to processed, semi-finished and beneficiated products. So instead of exporting the raw materials that are used to make components, for instance, Africa being able to make some of those components itself. So that's basically what's being touted here, the two ways in which this commodity, the slump in the commodity prices can be addressed.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Farai, for that update. Of course, he's joining us in Lusaka, Zambia.